they must take,
Yeah.
usually with ill effects to the witness.
So I think some of the people in my neighborhood are MIBs then, because they only seem to have some kind of substance they're wanting to give you.
Although the MIB phenomenon has been worldwide, in America it has received a high profile due nearly single-handedly to the efforts of author and paranormal investigator John Keel. Two of Keel's classic works, The Mothman Prophecies, which is pretty good, and Our Haunted Planet, delve deeply into the MIB phenomenon and cause it to take on a whole new dimension and credibility. Because Keel himself has reportedly been visited and then later harassed by phone and mail by these bizarre entities. Well, damn it, dog.
By mail?
Yeah.
Like
mail and what did it say? Phone and mail. I thought it said email.
So you get like a Christmas card from Men in Black, like, you know, it's like,
hey,
Happy Holidays, shut up or you're dead.
We should do that too.
Yeah.
Just anonymously send it. When he spent a year in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, investigating Mothman and related phenomena pertaining to it, he either encountered them or, in many cases, witnesses he was working with were contacted by MIBs who had the express purpose of finding out where Keel could be located because they had messages for him. That's odd. Anyone even remotely interested in the MIB phenomenon who have not already done so should make it a priority to read the Mothman Prophecies for a good crash course in the subject. There's also a thing on, I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but there was a thing on Netflix, like a big long documentary thing that was called the Mothman Prophecies.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Okay, so say we're sitting here doing our show. You get a knock on the door. There's like 3 MIBs standing there. How big of a turd do you put in your shorts right now?
It depends. Am I armed or not?
No.
I'm not armed.
Well, you got your lightsaber up there.
If I swing that hard enough, it hurts somebody. But if that would ever happen to me, that would be the point that I hope and pray that I have some form of a weapon laying around. Because if I have to open the door, I'm going to go down swinging.
I'm just going to start throwing microphones and laptops.
Hey, you want to be on the show? You want to talk about stuff on the show, guys? Alright, that's pretty much it for the rest of this thing. It just goes on about some other random things, but...
We got a tweet here.
Okay.
It's from Naomi Sims. She says, I live this topic. I think she meant love. Have you guys... Wait a minute. Okay, I just lost my place. Have you guys even thought much about the movie Fourth Kind and maybe interviewed the women who claim her daughters were abducted by aliens? This might fall to the exact subject we're speaking of tonight, but it all falls into the same realm subject. If we could get a hold of them, I'd be more than happy. Have you seen that movie?
Which one?
The Fourth Kind.
No.
I think it's on Netflix right now. Watch it.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
Okay. That'd be one of those things, though. At least I would feel it'd be one of those things. If you try to contact those people, just imagine how many people are trying to contact the people involved, and if there's already things going on that they're freaked out about or wigged out about, I don't think they would really want to continue to just keep talking to people. That's the only bad part. That, and I would have no idea how to even begin to contact random people.
No.
So, and also, guys, don't forget that we have the chat function here, and we have what's this Nightwalker MT. That's the story I read going back to the security camera footage, I think. But we will be back with more here in about a minute. Stay tuned. You're listening to Into the Other Side Paranormal Talk Radio. Hey everyone, it's David from Soapy Inc. and Into the Other Side Paranormal Talk Radio, and I'm here to tell you about an awesome program from iHeartRadio called Show Your Stripes. What's Show Your Stripes? It's a program geared towards spreading awareness around the issue of returning veterans who are unemployed, and it encourages businesses to hire these highly trained and skilled individuals who deserve a shot at a normal life. Where can you find out more about this? Simply by going to iHeartRadio.com/showyourstripes or showyourstripes.org to find valuable resources from the most trusted sources and a customized user experience for veterans, businesses, and supporters.
If you are or know of a veteran in need of employment or would like to know what you can do to support the cause, I urge you to check out showyourstripes.org for more information. Hire smart, hire vets. Powered by military.com and monster.com.
All right, we're back, and if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Into the Other Side Paranormal Talk Radio, where tonight we are speaking about the topic of Men in Black, and not the movies, with the actual Men in Black associated with UFOs, the Mothman, anything creepy that you might encounter that people might not want you talking about. So, Jason, I think we're back to you.
I think one of my ears are bigger than the other because, like, my left ear fits fine.
My left ear is higher than my right ear.
Like, I gotta kind of, like, push the top of my... There we go. All right. All right, the real Men in Black. Complete accounts. All right, let's start this off with 1947. Harold Dahl reporting seeing a group of UFOs while he was on a boat in Washington's Puget Sound. Soon after, he said he was approached by a black-suited individual who threatened him and his family if he ever talked again about the UFO sighting. And these must be going in order of appearances. 1967, Robert Richardson was driving his car at night in Toledo, Ohio. When he hit something which he claimed then vanished, he found a piece of metal that he believes originated from the mysterious thing he hit. A few days later, two men wearing black hats and sunglasses and driving a black 1953 Cadillac visited Richardson at his home at 11 p.m. to ask questions. A week later, two other men arrived dressed in black suits and asked Richardson to turn over all the metal to them. When he informed them that he had sent it for analysis, he said they threatened to harm him, his wife, if he didn't get it back. He never heard from them again. But why? Who were, in some cases still are, these strange individuals who give out seemingly meaningless warnings about UFO sightings and try to intimidate people? Okay, but then there are creepier MIB stories that emerge, like the one told by Dr. Herbert Hawkins, the respected family physician from Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Was home alone on the night of September 11, 1976. At the time, Hopkins was studying a UFO incident. The phone rang, and a man's voice... I'm scrolling too fast. A man's voice identified himself as a representative of a New Jersey UFO organization, which turned out to be phony. He wanted to know if he could come here and talk to me about the UFO case. He also asked if I was alone, and I said yes. Hopkins told... What are you doing?
Taking pictures.
Told this reporter in 1978 for a story broadcast on NBC Radio. When Hopkins walked from the phone to the door and turned on the light, the man was already coming up the steps. So this is when? 78, so like there was no cell phones. Well, we didn't have cell phones.
Yeah.
If he was even as close as across the street or next door telephoning, he could not possibly have gotten here as soon as I did to turn on the light for him. Jesus, man, recalls Hopkins. When the stranger came in, Hopkins was struck by his appearance. He wore a neatly tailored black suit, black shoes, black socks, and a white shirt with a black tie. And he wore a black derby. You don't see derbies very often, and I thought to myself, this guy looks like an undertaker. When he sat down, he removed his derby. The character was as bald as an egg. He didn't even have eyebrows or eyelashes. Ooh, that's even... no eyelashes. It looked like he had smooth plastic skin. Like a doll, except that it was dead white color. His lips were a brilliant ruby red, and he spoke in an expressionless, monotone, scanning speech. He constructed no phrases and sentences, just a sequence of words evenly spaced. His voice was completely passive with no inflection or intonation, as if he were hearing it from a machine that could talk. During the short time they were together, Hopkins and the strange man talked about the UFO case that the doctor had been investigating. Hopkins also noticed other very odd things about the man in black. He sat perfectly motionless and wore gray suede gloves. He idly brushed his lips with the back of a glove, and when he put his hands down, the back of his glove was bright red, and the red on his mouth was smeared. Wow, that's just creepy. So I knew he was wearing lipstick.
See? Red lipstick.
Then I couldn't see that his mouth. Then I could see that his mouth was a perfectly straight slit. Ah, okay. Apparently, he did not have what we call lips, so the lipstick was put on as a decoy. His mouth was more like a ventriloquist dummy.
You gotta save that picture and tweet it. That's creepier than sin. Holy crap. Sorry, we get so distracted from things. There's so much dead air today. Oh well. We'll get back into the swing of it and not have so much quietness between things.
Alright. This classic MIB story gets even stranger. The odd visitor told Hopkins to take a coin out of his pocket and hold it in the palm of his hand. He said, "Watch the coin," and it started to develop a silver color instead of copper, and then the silver became bluish, and the penny was getting quite fuzzy, out of focus, blurred, and then it simply was gone. It slowly dematerialized. Following the coin magic, the stranger ordered the doctor to destroy all information he had gathered about the UFO case. As he spoke his last words, I noticed his speech was slowing down as words became slower and farther spaced. He slowly got on his feet unsteadily, and he said very slowly, "My energy is running low. Must go now. Goodbye." Just like that. Hopkins said that the MIB, whoever he was, clung tightly to the railing as he went down the steps outside, placing both feet on each step and then disappearing around the corner into a bright light. When the chilling encounter was over, a terrified, intimidated Hopkins destroyed all traces of any UFO materials he had. Man.
That's weird.
Can you imagine that?
I'd rather not.
Like, it's just creepy enough visualizing this pale-faced, makeup-wearing, no-haired energy running down, dematerializing a penny in your hand freak. You know? That's just, oh my god, man.
Yeah. Tell you what, though. Imagine this. You see... Let's say you see the grinning man, right? He's just standing there looking at you with his big old grin, shark teethy look. And then from around, like, a light post or, like, a big bush or something, just a pair of men in black come around and, like, flank him on either side. And then the grinning man telepathically goes, "We need to talk to you."
And then the
men in black start walking toward you.
And the grinning man opens his trench coat and Black Eyed Kids comes out.
Okay, yeah, let's...
Dude, yeah, just...
Yeah, I want to sleep tonight. Holy crap. More dead air. Was that it for your
Keep
story,
talking,
then?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, I'm probably not... Just thinking about that is... I don't even know what to think about that.
Oh, it's the worst one. The only thing that would make it even worse if, like, spiders were crawling out of their mouths. Then I might die.
Spiders crawling out of the men in black's mouths, and then bats flying out of the grinning man's teeth gaps.
His eyeballs.
God. Yeah, I don't know. But, let's see. The last thing that I have here is... It's not so much... It's not Men in Black. I'm going to deviate from the topic a little bit, but it's a topic that's generally believed to be related to the topic of Men in Black, and that goes to the Mothman. And this is also from Listverse. The top 10 explanations for the Mothman. So let's see how they do here. In 1966, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, one amorous young couple encountered something they'll never forget, something that was literally burned into their retinas. Klieg conjunctivitis, medically speaking. Like they really needed to include that to make me sound silly. What they saw was a terrifying man-bird hybrid of sorts with glowing red eyes.
Man-bird. sounds like an 80s wrestler. A man-bird coming at you, boy.
And instead of like Ultimate Warrior, who was like snorted all the time, he'd like caw or something.
Caw! Oh shit, there's a man-bird. Watch out, Hulk Hogan.
From there, subsequent reports and all sorts of wild speculation ensued. I almost sounded like the little Asian guy from The Dark Knight.
Speculation.
Yeah. Let's see. And Jeez. And with that, a need to explain it all. Here are 10 common explanations for this otherworldly entity